Hello again, dear students, to our third part of our lesson, comparison and contrast paragraphs. Now, this third part concerns the writing process and the outline or the structure of this type of paragraphs. We need to learn more about its specific writing process because it has special procedure to follow, and also to learn more about its structure, which offers to us a clearer outline that can be our plan on which we will build our paragraph with one of the two styles. Now, for the writing process, we have spoken about it already. We said when you write a comparison and contrast paragraph, we must follow the procedure of the 4 P's. Right. It means before I write, I have to prepare my 4 P's. These are principles, these are, the basics, rudiments, and the essential elements we need to write such type of paragraphs. The first P represents the purpose. Decide whether contrast or comparison. Second P is points. The aspects of comparison, aspects of similarity. Right. Third P is, we say, third P represents pattern. Yes, the pattern, which is either block style or point by point style. Subject by subject or point by point. Right. And the fourth P represents the presentation in the form of an outline of my paragraph. It means here the outline should contain the structure of my paragraph, starting from the topic sentence with its 2 key elements, the topic, which is the 2 subjects I need to compare or contrast, plus the controlling idea, which is my purpose, to contrast or to compare or both. Clear? Right. Of course, my topic sentence should be clear, direct. Right. I must inform my reader about my intention, whether I'm going to contrast to show differences or I'm going to speak about similarities and comparison, or both of them. Always try to make your topic sentence clearer, right, and very simple, right, clear and simple, and direct too, right. Now, the second part of the paragraph, which is the supporting sentences, of course, here we're going to explain, right, and discuss and analyze the 2 subjects and showing how they are similar or how they are different. Of course, we do this task objectively. It means we should always try to use facts about both subjects, cities, people, climate, right, and commercial activity, motorbike and car. Also speed, form, and use of fuel, for example, and so on. Right. So here, when explain and detail these points, I should use facts, not mere opinions. I like, I hate, people prefer this, most people are crazy. No. Always, first one is because and this, the other one is like this and that. Clear? So facts are compulsory when discussing with this type of paragraphs, because we said already many specialists consider it as an expository paragraph because it exposes facts, clear, about its subjects and also the points we set as aspects of comparison, aspects of contrast. Right. Good. Also, when we start our contrasting or comparison process in the second part of the paragraph, here we are required to use the appropriate transitions which express either comparison or contrast. For example, for comparison, you can use transitions of words or even phrases like, equally, both, and clear, each similar to, similarly, likewise, right, and many other transitions which show and reflect similarity. If you want to speak also about contrast and contrast your subjects, you are required also to use those transitions which express contrast with the words or phrases like in contrast, like on the other hand, different from, unlike, whereas, but, conversely, however, right, also you can use superlatives and comparatives of adjectives, bigger than, smaller than, as, long as, and so on, so similarity, right. So all these can be used to also show differences or similarities. The transitions are required. Why? They render or they make our paragraph coherent, clear, and also create a kind of cohesion, the flow of ideas from one idea to the other, right? And also, when we introduce that kind of comparison, right, we need to make the shifts in the light of these transitions, which show the reader clearly whether you are contrasting or comparing, right? Good. When you want also to end the paragraph, you must conclude your paragraph as usual by restating, means repeating the content of the topic sentence differently, right, or in different order of words, right, different order of words. Of course, as we said before, that the writer of this type of paragraphs, even if he is contrasting, he is always trying to make a link, right, meaningful link between the two topics, right, two cities, two vehicles, two things, and so on, right. Good. Of course, in the following one of the styles. Also, what is left about this type of paragraphs, I mean comparison and contrast, is that the discussion of advantages also and disadvantages is considered, right, and included within this type of paragraphs. It means you can write a paragraph speaking only about advantages, or a paragraph speaking only about disadvantages, or speaking about both. Clear? Both. And also, if you want to discuss the notion of advantages, you can follow or use both styles. I mean, block style, right? Advantages of the two subjects, right? Or point by point style, clear. Also here, also we introduce the points which show the advantages or disadvantages of your subjects, right? Now, at the end, before we end our last part of the lesson, I thought of showing you model paragraph which represents a comparison paragraph, a paragraph which discusses the similarities between two subjects which are English and American schools. So, English and American schools are alike in many ways. So here, my subjects are what? English schools and American schools, and are alike. So here is my purpose. I'm going to compare, not contrast. I will show similarities in many ways. So these are, or alike in many ways, is my tutorial idea. Now we'll see this paragraph, whether it is point by point or subject by subject style, and how the writer develops, right, this topic. English children must go to school from age 5 to age 16. So here, he starts with the first, what? With the first point, which is age 5 to age 16, discussing it with regard to the English children. Clear? American children must do the same. So here, it's point by point. The first point is the age of schooling. In England, it is age 5. American children must do the same. So here, the same, you see. First point, it's point by point, like that. Now, both usually stay in school until age 18. The same thing here, that's the final age of before leaving school. Now, English students study reading, writing, art, math, and science. Here, second point is what? Subjects, modules. Clear. American kids also learn these subjects. Also learn. Here also, second point is the modules or subjects studied in both schools. So here, second point. Right. Also compared and showed how they are similar. Both countries have public and private schools. Now, types of schools. Both of them have the same. So here, third point is types of schools. Children in both countries can join state schools or private schools if they can afford them. So here also, it's only more details about the third point, which is public and private schools, types of schools in both countries. Right. At the end, it said in some, the United States and Britain share almost similar educational systems, which make them unique in the world. Clear, unique in the world. So as you see here, this writer, he produces the points of similarity, and every time he refers to a point, he compares between American and British schools, showing how they are similar in that point. Then second point, the same thing. Right. He shows how they are similar in this point. Third point, the same thing. He shows how they are similar in this point. Just an example for comparison paragraph to make you, our dear students, more knowledgeable about writing, about similarities, not only differences. So this is the end. Thank you so much for attention and attentiveness, and I hope I have done my task properly to make you understand this crucial type of paragraphs. You have to learn and master writing it. It's very important, whether in terms of writing or in terms of oral debating too. When you argue with others, when you try to debate, when you try to judge things, clear. You are required to have an idea about these styles and also how you apply them correctly to make your arguments stronger and more convincing. Thank you so much.